Oh, in this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how I do children's coloring book pages, or more specifically, children's dot-to-dot pages. And I hope this is going to be quick. I always say that, but it never seems to be. Anyway, let's start. So I've placed this little picture. I got this from Pixabay. Yeah, I got this from Pixabay, which is a free image source website. So if you want any free images, you can download from Pixabay. They have everything from illustrations to photos. Okay, so I've downloaded that and I've dropped it into Adobe Illustrator. And now I'm going to lock this layer so it doesn't move. And then I will make a new layer. Okay, I'm going to call this the outline, outline, because that's what I'm going to do. So the plan is really, if this turns out good, is that the child will outline the actual drawing, and that will be the dot to dot, and then the inside will be the details I will add. So let's do this. Let's go into zoom in. Okay, and again, I always start with, if you watched my other YouTube videos, I always start with the pen tool here. So if you go up here, you will see the pen tool. Just click on your pen tool. And I'm going to slightly change the original image here, because I want to lighten it a little bit. Okay, so I just got to lighten this image. So I'll click on the image and go to opacity. And then this should lighten. Yeah, there you go. Okay. And let's lock that again. Okay, so go back into my outline layer. And I don't want a fill. So I'm just going to click on the white here, the fill, and click on the none. So for no fill. And now let's go to the line color. And I will change this to something. Red is my go-to because it's easy to get to. It's over in the corner, but you can choose any color you would like. Something bright that you're going to see over the black. And now we've chosen our color and chosen our pen tool. And now we will start to draw. Okay, so I'm going to start here on, let me see. Yeah, let's start here on the corner of the ear. And let's follow the line. So I'm just clicking an anchor point using my my left mouse button. And then I am bringing this up to my next anchor point that I'm going to drop here. And now I'll click again to drop my next anchor point. But I won't release my mouse button. I just pull out and this will give me the curve that I want. Okay. And now I will release my mouse button. And then I go back again to this last anchor point. I will click on this and release, and then pull it down to my next anchor point. And now I'll click again, and I won't release, I will pull, and that gives me my curve. Okay, so again, I'll click, and I'll just do this around the outside of the cat. So click, pull, release, go back to my anchor point, click, release, and now go to my next anchor point, click, pull, release, click, release, click, pull, release, click, release, click, pull, release, click, release, click, pull, release. Okay. So this is all I really ever do for these coloring book page. That's how I do them. Now, if that's a bit too complicated for you, a lot of people will just do something like this. They will just click on the line, a straight line. They will click, 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 click. And then when they do that, then they will just go back to curve these, and you can just click on, again, your pen tool here and go down to your anchor point tool. It's like this, like a V upside down shape. And then they'll go to here to their anchor points. If you click here, and then they'll just start curving, doing their curves and pulling on their handles. Okay, so you can kind of do it that way if you want. It doesn't really matter how you do it. Whatever works for you, as they say. It doesn't really matter. I prefer it the other way because I just find it quicker, and it's the way I've been doing it all this time. Now, it did take me a long time to get up to speed with it and get comfortable with the pen tool. When I started using Illustrator, I thought it was clumsy and awkward when I was first using it. But now I've been doing it. I've done it so many times, and when I did these coloring book pages, it did take me a while. But the more you do it, the quicker you get, and you do it without even thinking now. I just kind of click, pull, release, and it just really easy. Okay, so I need to pick up here. Now I have dropped the line here. I pressed enter. So now I need to continue. So let's click on my pen tool. And I'm going to click on my anchor point to continue this line. Click. And that's going to continue. So again, I'm going to click, pull, release, click, release, and then click for my next anchor point. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And now let's go into, let's lock that. Let's go to make the details, the eyes, etc. I'm making a new layer. Okay, a new layer, and I'll call this again the details. Okay. And I'm going to keep with the red because I'm used to it. Click with the red, go to your pen tool, and just start drawing some of these details in. Okay, so let's do the eyes. With the eyes, I'm just going to pick some circles. So if you go to up here to your shape tool, you got rectangle, you've got rounded rectangle, and then you have ellipse. Plug on ellipse tool, and then just make our shape for the eye. Now, to make a perfectly circular shape, I'm just going to click on Shift, and then I'm going to pull out with click on my left mouse button and pull out for my shape. And then I have a perfect circle. And let's do... Okay, so again, I'm going to do another one from my inside circle, and that's click on my left mouse, pull out with holding on to Shift. And here we go. We have another big eye. Perfection. Now let's see. Okay, I'm just going to turn off. How does that look? Okay, looking good for an eye, good for an eye. And now I am going to do some of these pretty little eyelashes. So I'm clicking back to my mouse. I'm going to click on my eye circle, my outside eye circle. I click and just pull, click, click, pull, click, click, pull. And as you can see, whenever I go onto another line here, when I'm right on the center of this line, it highlights in green, which is good because that's where I want to be. It saves me having to do this later on when I'm cleaning up. Okay, so let's see. That looks like an eye. Perfection, perfection, perfection. Let's do this little mouthpiece. So now instead of doing this eye again, I'm just going to double up here. Let's do, just going to copy it, dun, dun, dun. Copy it, Control C. Okay, and then I just want to Control V. Control C is copy, Control V is paste. So right click on your mouse, and then you want to reflect. So right click, transform, reflect. I don't want to make a copy, just that's okay. Perfect. Okay, so just move this into position. I'm going to rotate a little. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's looking okay to me now for my basic image. Okay, so the next thing, this is our lines are put down now. Just double check. Yeah, our lines are put down, and now it's the cleanup. So the next step is where we go in and we change our line quality. And if you follow the previous another video, you'll know that that's always important to do. So what is your line quality? Well, your line quality is how your uniformed line like this, you see it's the same width all the way through. We want to give it a bit more variety, so it looks like a real pen. So we do this in a simple way. For example, you see this line up here. Okay, well, I want this to be tapered on either end. So what I will do, I'll go up here to my my strokes. You can go up here, or you can go over to your stroke window, which is over here. Stroke window, and go to properties. Window properties, yeah. Window stroke, you'll find here. Here, window stroke, and then window properties of your stroke. And then if you click on this, you must have, first you have to change your width profile. So I'm going to go with, let's see this, okay? So now you can see it's tapered on either end. And over here you can see you have an option as well. You can change it if you want. Okay, so that's really what you have to do for the whole all these lines here, and not the outside line, just all the inside ones. And while we're doing that, we also need to close these lines. So if you just click up here on your direct select tool, the white arrow, and then you click at the end of each line where the anchor points are, and then bring it over onto the closest line. So as you can see, we're going to close this shape. So I think all our shapes are closed, which is really important, especially for kids coloring pages. Now let's go and do some variety with the lines. So I like these always. I want to have a tapering end. Let's have a click on this and then go into our line up here, our stroke, and I will do a tapered one, which is grand, perfect. Same here, taper it. Now, as you can see here, when I go and taper this, this is not the way I want it. I want the thick end to be connected to this line. So I want to flip this. So if you click on your little stroke here, and then go over here to your right, or wherever your properties for your brushes are, you'll see the tapered edge here, and then next to it you'll see flip along. So if you click on this, it's like two triangles facing each other. It flips. Okay, it flips the line. Now our tail. Okay, look at this zigzag on our tail. Okay, that looks fine. But I think I want to soften these sharp edges. So if you do your click on your direct selection tool, which is the right arrow, and then click on your line, the zigzag line, you'll see it turns green. Okay. And now if you want, you can basically when you click on your anchor point here, you'll see there's a little circle underneath, and if you pull the circle, okay, it kind of turns these into like rounded, it takes off the corner, the hard edge. Okay, next I think let's do some thick lines here. So we want the eyes to be, the outside lines to be thicker. So let's click on this and then let's go to our stroke width. Yeah, let's say 4. Yeah, I'm going to be 4. It's a kid's book, so let's do 4. Click. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. And then I want to make the eyelashes also thick. So let's bring that up to 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. That's okay for my initial drawing. And now let's go to our layers panel. Here we go. And then I want to highlight everything and turn it black. So turn off my lock on my background and then highlight. So I can Control A, which is select all, or you can just drag over everything. And then let's go to our line color, and we want to go to black. Okay, so there we have our cat. So the next thing we need to do is turn our outline into a dotted line, and that will be in the next video.